Welcome back, team. You're gaming with the Colonel, and today we're going to discuss amphibious warfare. So, we're going to try to give you everything you ever wanted to know on how to do that. The first thing I want to tell you is that there are two types of units in the game when it comes to amphibious warfare. There are special forces units, which look a lot like this, at least if you're the Japanese. And then there's every other kind of unit, like the armies and the corps and those guys right there. So what's the difference between those two? Well, the normal units must embark from a port to become amphibious transports. The special forces units can embark from any coastline to become a amphibious unit, amphibious transport unit. So that's the first thing. Two types of units. Pretty much you want to use special forces to do amphibious assaults, unless you happen to be doing something with the Germans, perhaps. Okay, so once you have picked your units and gone to amphibious assault, there are two types of amphibious transports. There's the regular one and the long-range one. So what's the difference? And this is important. So a regular amphibious transport has a much lower action points, much lower action points. If I were to set this one into the water right now, at my current level, and again, it's all about, okay, so it costs, first of all, let's talk about the cost. It costs 45 to amphibiously transport this unit. It costs 56 to do a long-range amphibious transport. So it's 25% more to do long range. Okay, so short range, regular amphibious transport. Let's do it, spend the 45. As you can see, well, right now he's only got one because I just put him in the water, but at most he has 6 action points. Okay. Now, he also loses supply every turn he's in the water. Every single turn his supply goes down. I have a couple down here that are in the water. This guy here, his supply is 5. So he's been in the water for 5 turns. Same thing. He's been in the water for 5 turns. Now these are the Solomon Islands and what is this? This is New Guinea. Okay, let's declare war on those two. New Guinea. Declare war. And the Solomons. Declare war. Okay, so this guy can, again, he's got at most 5 action points. His supply is 5. We're just going to move him right down here and drop him off. Okay, now once they can suffer damage when they land. You just saw that. Once they have landed, they have 1 more action point. So you can use that action point to move or attack. In this case, I'll use it to move. Same thing over here. I'll land. They suffer some casualties. And I got 1 action point to move. Okay, let's go over here. Same thing with Sarawak and Borneo. We're just going to go ahead and do that. Borneo. I think it's Borneo. What is this? Properties. Brunei. Okay. Declare war on Brunei. And we'll declare war on Sarawak. Okay, I don't think there's going to be any resistance here, but we'll find out. We'll just go over here. This is the only way to take this one in 1 turn, is to land in that spot. You'll suffer some damage, and you take the capital. Over here, same thing. Okay, so we've taken Brunei, Sarawak, New Guinea, and the Solomons so far. Now let's go do something a little more difficult. Let's take a look at the long-range transports. You'll note they did not lose supply even though they've been in the water for quite a while. They've been in the water just as long as these guys. So, and they're still at 10. So, 2 of the major differences for long-range amphibious transport is they do not lose supply being in the water, and their action points are much higher. In this case, a 16. So let me land him here. Oh, I've got to declare war on the Dutch East Indies first. And we'll declare war on Malaya as well. So Dutch East Indies and Malaya. Okay, so on the Dutch East Indies, got a guy here. We can land him. And now, instead of moving, we can attack. And we will. Okay, so now he's down to 2. So now we take our air and we pummel him until he dies. Or maybe I die. Okay, we killed him. Boom, he's gone. So now that space is empty. So now I can take another transport, move it on up, get in there, take some casualties. We're going to jump on. That was my action point, but I can still attack afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and pummel this guy. Bam. All right, good. So now let's talk about Malaya. This is another fun little thing because here I can attack. Bam. Then I can attack it. Well, let's hold off on that. Let's land here and attack again. I could also attack from here. Bam. Kill him, and now I can just land. And there we go. So again, with long range and short range, you can attack from the sea, and then you have one more action point after you land. Long range, you do not lose supply, and you can go much, much further. Short range, it's like 6 action points. Now, what determines all that? Your research determines it. So I am currently at Amphibious Warfare 2. So Amphibious Warfare technology increases your attack values, your action points, and your build limits for all of those. So those are important. The logistics also increases your decreases the transport costs by doing it for all of those. So logistics combined with amphibious warfare is important for the Japanese. As you can see, I'm researching up to max technology here, and I'm almost at max. I'm going towards max technology there. So that is it in a nutshell. Amphibious transports and amphibious assault and warfare in Strategic Command WW2. Don't forget to use your air when you attack, as I did over here. And if you're going to attack something with that has a little more heft and it's going to be longer term, let's say you attack or try to land in America or even the Philippines, have a headquarters ready to land on the port. And maybe an army or two that are on transports like this. I got a army, the 14th Army, ready to go to land somewhere. Same thing with these guys. And a headquarters unit. So after I get all these guys back in the water and they come over here and jump on the Philippines, they're going to get followed up because I don't want a long, drawn-out war with no supply. Or I can bring them over here and try to land in India or Burma. All right, there you have it. Amphibious assault and amphibious warfare for Strategic Command. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please come back early and often, comment, like, please subscribe. But for now, stay tuned for more videos. If you have any recommendations on what I should do, let me know. In the meantime, I'm out.